Hey guys, Cameron with CBM Reviews here, and I'm late. I know, the X-Men The Dark Phoenix trailer dropped last night. I was asleep when it dropped, then I had to be at work early in the morning, so I haven't gotten to watch it. Until now. But fortunately, I haven't seen it. I've stayed away from all spoilers and screen caps and all that sort of thing, which was pretty difficult because I wanted to get this in as far as a live reaction for you guys. And I'm here with my sister Sammy. A couple things before I actually watch this. Number one, if you haven't seen the panels that I took from SpotCon in Hot Springs, check out the videos that I posted right here, and you can go there and watch them. There's a panel of Pam Grier, who was in Coffee, Foxy Brown, and Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown. Or you could watch the panel from Veronica Taylor, who was the voice of Ash Ketchum and Sailor Pluto, and she was also April O'Neil in the 2003 Ninja Turtles. So if you're into that sort of thing, go ahead and click that. Secondly, and this kind of delves more into the video that we're about to watch, there aren't as many bad X-Men films as a lot of other people would say. They're not perfect, but there's more good than bad. Hopefully this one will be more on the good side, but with all the news that's been coming out, and this is Fox's last hurrah with the Merry Mutants, I don't know. All of the possible drama aside, let's get into this first trailer for X-Men The Dark Phoenix.
You think you can fix me?
Jean, you are not broken. The mind is a fragile thing. Takes only the slightest tap to tip it in the wrong direction.
Charles, what did you do?
I had to keep her stable. I protected her.
From the truth? There's another word for that.
I came looking for answers.
You feel like you don't belong here. You don't. They can't begin to comprehend what you are.
She's changing.
And what?
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission. Jean. She's all rage, pain, and it's all coming out at once. Jean lost control, but she's still our friend. This is your fault, Charles. The world is on the brink. I'm sorry I didn't stop it sooner. You're always sorry, Charles, and there's always a speech, but nobody cares. There's still hope. Don't do this.
They're right to fear me.
I've seen evil. And I'm looking at it now.
All right. Let's start with some good things. I'm glad that they got the cast back.
Yeah.
And it looks like it might be good. I really don't know much about the plot besides what they kind of show us. We still don't know who Jessica Chastain's character is. I was kind of glad to see her. I wish I would have seen more of her. And there's that surprise funeral that they're at. I don't know who that is. It's kind of interesting to see who that could possibly be. So that is the good for me. Did you have any other points as far as good is concerned?
Honestly, I had no idea what any of this was, so it's just kind of surprising to see Jean's story develop, I suppose.
My problem is this. We've seen this before. We've seen a bad version of this
terrible
before. And the question is this going to be a better version of what we've seen before? Is this going to be a rehashed version of what we've seen before? And by rehashed, I mean just warmed up, as in not any better. One of the things that I really disliked about this trailer, from what I could see, when I looked at the uniforms, whenever they showed the uniforms, they showed like the uniforms from like the First Class. And at the end of X-Men Apocalypse, they showed more of the 1990s versions of the uniforms. And that was like a highlight for me in that movie. In this trailer, I don't see any of those. I see none of those. Why take out a highlight and replace it with something that completely negates everything? Look, I understand Bryan Singer negated a lot of what happened in The Last Stand with X-Men Days of Future Past. You negate the bad stuff. You leave the good stuff. Why negate those costumes that I really enjoyed and only got to see for like 30 seconds? I want to see those come back. Don't get rid of those. So I had a problem with that, and it's very Jean-centric. I'm not the biggest Jean fan, but I understand that to tell this story, you have to tell a lot about Jean Grey. And you know, they're harping on to Professor X about possibly doing something bad to Jean to keep her from kind of lashing out, but I mean, I don't know. And then we got to see Michael Fassbender's Magneto a little bit more. I really, throughout the years, we've seen Michael Fassbender play a very credible Magneto. And I don't really have anything negative to say about this, but like I said, we saw this back when X-Men The Last Stand came out, whereas Professor X and Magneto are trying to get Jean to do what they want her to do, and she kind of sides with Magneto because he says,
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission.
I want to help you.
Help me. What's wrong with me?
Absolutely nothing. Eric, stop! No, Charles, not this time. You've always held her back. For your own good, Jean.
Stay out of my head.
it just seems like the same old thing that we've seen before. I don't want to see a rehash. Case in point, The Amazing Spider-Man. They showed Uncle Ben's death again. I didn't want to see that. Show me what we saw in the Spider-Man game when it's like 8 years afterward and we already know that this happened. Give us the action. I wanted to really enjoy this because, like I said before I even watched it, hopefully this is good. We've seen good X-Men movies. X1, X-Men 2. We saw First Class, Days of Future Past. I actually enjoyed Apocalypse more than most. But, this is almost, I wanted to say before this is almost uncharted territory because this is the fourth in this particular franchise. But if this is what we have to look forward to, maybe they should have stopped at 3. That's harsh.
It is harsh. I can't say that I agree because maybe this is a bit of a redemption, but then retelling the story and just doing it better.
Maybe. It may be a better showing of it. I hope I hope you're right. So, do you have anything to add before I end this on such a huge down note?
I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise us and Hugh Jackman will slip in there.
I don't think so.
Wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking. That's our reaction to the new trailer, X-Men: The Dark Phoenix. Tell me what you guys thought in the comment section down below. You feel free to attack me for being too harsh. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe and share this with all your friends. As always, this is Cameron with CBM Reviews and guest starring Sammy.
Hi.
We'll see you next time.